welcome to Eclectic Self Protection, Self-Defense Systems UK. What I want to talk about today is several things. Firstly, what is self-defense? Secondly, how you stand with the law when employing self-defense measures. And third, what to say to the police if you're ever involved in a self-defense situation. So firstly, what is self-defense? Self-defense is the generic term that most people use to describe their response to a confrontation of a violent nature. It is predominantly about the physical tools consisting of a technique or series of techniques to get yourself out of that situation and back to safety. In essence, self-defense is about survival and our natural instinct to stay alive, and therefore emphasizes that we want to do more damage to the assailant or attacker than they do to us. A question I'm commonly asked is, how do I stand with the law in regards to self-defense? The law, condensed down into 3 points, is 1, the perceived level of threat, 2, the appropriate and necessary response, and 3, a justifiable use of force. So as long as you abide by those 3 points to the law as best as you can when employing self-defense measures, you should stand fine. I want to give you 2 examples of 2 different situations, how they differ from each other and how they apply to the law. The first one, if an old lady is approaching you or coming towards you being abusive and waving an umbrella about in your face, and you hit her and she falls to the floor and seriously injures herself, that's not self-defense, as it does not apply to any of the points of the law. But if there's a group of 20 stone blokes chasing after you and you knock out the ringleader and then leg it, you stand fine. So when employing self-defense measures, use your knowledge about the threat, the level of threat, the type of situation you're involved with, and the amount of force you're going to use. In other words, was the person bigger or smaller than you? Were they younger or older than you? Were they informal or informal? Did they suffer from a disability? Were they athletically built? Was it a multiple attacker situation? Were they carrying knives? All of these factors need to be taken into account when employing self-defense measures. The law also states that if the aggressor is being aggressive to you and is coming towards you and you fear for your safety, you can legally strike the first blow. The reason for this is because at that precise moment of time, you don't know the attacker's intentions. Therefore, you should use force that is deemed reasonable and proportionate to the threat to get yourself out of that situation. I want to mention at this point that the best form of self-defense is being somewhere else. If you don't have to physically get involved, then don't. If you can walk away, walk away. If you can talk your way out of it, then talk. If you can run, then run. There's no shame in running away. It's not about creating superheroes. It's about doing what you got to do to get out of that situation and back to safety with damage limitation. Third, how do I stand with the police in a self-defense situation? Well, when the police arrive to a situation and they're questioning about what happens, you should use something to the effect of, I acted in self-defense. I didn't think I had a choice. I was scared for my life. I'd really like to speak to a lawyer or attorney. When conversing with the police, always be short, clear and concise. Don't jumble on too much and leave the legal issues for your lawyer or attorney to sort out. Just to finish off, I want to make a disclaimer that this is in no way professional or legal advice. This is information that has been passed on from my instructors and senior governing bodies, which I'm educating my viewers on. Thanks for watching. We are Eclectic Self Protection, Self-Defense Systems UK. Don't forget to check out our website, which is eclecticselfprotection.com, for videos, more information and also our YouTube channel. See you next time.